Hey, everybody. Yo, yo, yo. What's happening? How's everybody doing? See, let's see who I see here. Holy moly. You guys been chatting away half hour ago. This is becoming a sea leg journeys part two. I see the seashell was here. It's here. Uh, uh, Mr. John Gaylor is here. Lo Jones. What's Sea Lake Journeys? Chet. Holy moly. Mamma mia. How's everybody doing? I took a nap after seeing me. Hey Bill, how you doing? I um I watched Sea Lake, then I watched See Me Traveling, and I was just like my eyes kept closing and looking in. Last night, the night before, I didn't sleep well. I was having my pacemaker check, so that kind of got me a little worried. The during the night, last night I didn't sleep that well either, but I slept better. Antoinette, nice of you to stop here. How you do, my dear? We're hanging out. I'm trying to wake up. I took a nice nap, and I'm finally. I think I'm awake, but I don't think so either. So let's go on with this thing. Hope everybody's doing well. Oh, so yesterday I went to the hospital to have my pacemaker checked. Hello, Mr. Green Hornet Squad. How you doing? Thank you for stopping in. Sharon, hi. Hope things are better down south of Georgia. Up here it's a little grayish right now. Still cool. It's 30 something degrees or 40 something degrees right now. I haven't been outside. The kitties are by the window, keeping an eye on what's going on outside. So who knows? I don't see not much going on because they're both like or squander like warming up their bodies, just laying on top of the sofa. Right, girls? Yep, they don't care. They're not even looking at me. So I went to the doctor yesterday. Got checked out. Things are good. My heart rate has increased to 40% from 23% that it used to be before the pacemaker and the stents that I got put in. So he's very happy. Doctor says that it is kicking in and is helping me keep up with my strength. Um, he said average is 50% for everybody. So now that I'm at 40%, he says you're doing good. I just gotta drop us some of this stuff that I got extra paddings that I have here. Um, I was doing good last year before before November. I was doing pretty good. Kept cutting and watching what I was eating, and I know I dropped. Then December came around, and all these deals and all this stuff. I just went nuts, and before I know it, I brought it all back in me, and I'm like a little round again. So I gotta get sexy again, and so I could keep making Alice still be in love with me. You know, right? So today is a great day for me. Also, today, by the way, is my 1 year anniversary with YouTube. I have no idea what I was doing a year ago. Said that my one of my grandnieces got me talked me into getting into this mess, and I went ahead and listened to her. At the time, she was 14. So I went ahead and listened to what she was telling me and doing. She got me all convinced about making a drawing and let me film you. I see her playing around with the phone. And I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, don't worry about it. I'm going to give you something to do since you're retired now. And before I know it, this. and I started doing more stuff. I started filming around, playing here, playing there, doing some videos and shot. And um, I'm doing this now, so I kind of got a kick out of it. Excuse me, let me get a little this juice because I'm getting too excited here. Oh, thank you, chat. Thank you very much. So, 1 year. Who would have thought of me being in YouTube? I hardly ever checked YouTube before, and I was always ESPN and all those stuff. Thank you, channel. It's appreciated. Um, Lord John, thank you. I I mean, I just started doing so much stuff now that I see myself mostly on YouTube. We hardly watch any TV here in the house. Um, there's always something going on this thing. It's like a portal to what's out there. So we just keep coming back to it, and now with so many in this community that are supporters and help out, and I just keep jumping from one channel to another and learning new things, showing some things, helping out, support where I can. I'm everywhere. I mean, I've been going to the other side of the world. Met a whole bunch of new people over there. Now I'm involved with. I'm mostly in the Philippines. Now I'm involved with people in South Korea and Japan. So I'm trying to get into the Spain market, but it's been a little tight. Things are a little, timing wise, it's a little bit different. Yeah, I do met two creators already in Spain, so I just need to keep developing and keep networking, and things will come along. I am in the 700 and change area in connections, and I'm slowly working on that. So no rush. The 1K will come eventually, so no big deal. Um, Jarion, how you doing? Barbaro, baby. Barbaro, like they say in Miami, the Cubans. No offense to anybody. Oh, thank you, Gaylord. He put the numbers there. So, I mean, no rush. I do gotta work on my watch hours. That's my only thing that is uh, kind of behind. So I've been doing so much stuff that I just need to keep making more videos and hoping to do some good stuff and put them out there, and hopefully they'll catch on and people will share them and see them, and we just keep evolving, and see what happens. See everybody saying hello to everybody. That's very nice. I put the StreamYard link in there in case anybody feels like coming by and say hello. You're more than welcome, especially if you want to get on my case and get on me. So I'm looking good. Look at that. I just took a nap, so I'm not awake yet. So, but I'm here. Um, and now that the Bloggers Cruise is a few days to go, I am very happy for it, and I'm really getting excited for this stuff. Hey, Mustard Drill, how you doing? It's either I think it's Scott is your name, so I hope I get you right. No offense, just in case, and welcome. You might be on a cruise ship right now, so I'm hoping you're having fun. Mr. George, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by. I heard you're gonna go to Denver in a few days, or on your way to Denver, something like that. Be careful. It's now the storm that it's happening up there. I've been seeing some stuff like from Chicago, and I don't know about Low, how things are going. Oh, Scott, okay. Yes, Mustard Drill, Scott. I hope you guys are taken care of there in the north, because I'm telling you, I love snow. I love it. I love it. I love seeing it coming down and all that. It makes it so pretty, but I do not miss it. I'm glad down here we only get a dusting, if anything. My only worry about the roads down here in the Atlanta area is that the black ice. I mean, if it freezes, we just gotta be careful because I live out on in the southwest part of Atlanta and it's country out here. A little bit more south of the airport, and they do either sand or salt the highways. There was a couple weeks back that got very cold, and it was snow was expected, even though nothing fell down. But I took Alice to work, and I usually take 85 south, and you could see the whiteness even in the dark. So that means that they did salted the night before or the day before, whenever. But they, at least there's some protection out there. So I'd rather when it's days like that, I'd rather take the highway than go down the country roads because they don't get treated like they do up north. So I'd rather be safe than sorry, and do a skip or something, and or somebody else have a miscalculation and runs into us, and I'm already been hit twice since I've been down here. With the deer back in 2021 and or in November last year when we were going down to Jacksonville on 75. Somebody missed their exit and never saw us, so we got smacked really good. So, Mr. Greenhorn, thank you. He left me a like, so I'm hoping everybody is checking on that, please. Chris and Cousins, how you doing? So, like, hello, gotta run. Don't run too fast, Hey, I found some Cousins yesterday when I'm researching for stuff to put in our luggage for a trip next week, and I found a couple Cousins, and I thought of you guys. I say, oh, I got the Cousins here, so I don't know why I picked them and threw them in the luggage with me, but I'm bringing them since they both say Norwegian on it, so we're going in a Norwegian ship anyway. So hopefully we'll use them for something. We don't drink. Mostly, I do my coffee in the morning with a nice breakfast, and then whatever I have for dinner. I usually maybe a snack in the afternoon, maybe. It all depends. I like to have a nice breakfast in early, and I mean, we're gonna be so busy in this coming up thing that it's just gonna be crazy. I know it. It's just gonna be amazingly great. I mean, I'm finally on a cruise ship. Yes, after 3 years, finally. I finally get to do some filming and some blogging and interrupt people doing their lives and film people that are not willing to get them film and stuff like that. I'm gonna be such a pain in the behind. And Cruz Nuts is gonna be there with me, giving me the heads up. And Mr. Mike Clark is gonna be there too, giving me more push to misbehave. So we're gonna have a great time. This is gonna be amazing, man. I'm telling you, I am so looking forward to this thing. It's unbelievable. I mean, how crazy it's gonna be. Mike, I put in the link back again, and just in case you feel like saying hello for a few minutes. I know you're on your lunch right now till 12:30, and I appreciate that you take the time to come in and say hello in your break. And I see that it's been smiling. Lord Jones, you're crazy. Lord Jones, how's the weather up there? Just go. I'm going to jump in shower, then we'll get. Oh, right, okay. Too much TMI, brother. But yeah, go ahead, do your thing, and I see you in a little while. Z, you still here? Surprised that he's no antagonizing me or giving me a hard time. So, where you at? Wake up, wake up. By the way, I got a nice package yesterday in the mail. I haven't even opened it yet. Waiting for you guys to be here so you can see what I got. I'm hoping it's what I order. So, before I do, let's go ahead and pop the box open. Let's see what's in it. Ah, I went ahead and got this because after so many years of having my Nikon D40, I learned the other day that hey, Bama, how you doing? Nice to see you. Oh, yeah, yes. Look out, Eddie and Chris Nuts on the same shit. Yes, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a ball. It's gonna be uh, a major um, disaster, but not for me or Cruise Nuts. It's for other people. So everybody be better be behaving because if I had that camera ready, uh, uh, uh. and and whatever's on YouTube, it's here for a good while. It's gonna be around for a bit. So first of all, we got this. Ooh, nice. This baby here. Now I'll be able to do some filming, some stuff. Probably comes with some adapters, some stuff to it. Let's see. Microphone, all right. Whoa. Need a handheld adapter for it. Nice. A remote control too. Uh-oh. That's not a good thing. The camera's here. Cables, batteries, and the microphone. Definitely need to play with this stuff. Have it ready. Sure that I got all the parts that I need. I like it. This is very small, very easy to carry around. It's the same gadget that I have with my camera, but bigger. So I was able to put the my Nikon in it, also the GoPro and the cell phone, plus um, the microphone and a GoPro. So got all that stuff going on. Put this here. Here we go. What do you guys think? I could put my my logo right here. Aha, nice. Sweet. Very simple thing, nothing major, Very, very light. Especially with me with my um disability that I keep walking like this. So I'll be able to hook it up to this thing. Thank you, George. Listen, say cool, happy. Yes, you definitely got that right. So we'll see what happens with that. Thank you, Sharon. Excellent. It's at a 4K. Paperwork. Where are you, paperwork? I would say yes. I believe it is. I wanted to get it at home as soon as possible, so I didn't want to spend too much time waiting without it. So 2K. So 36 megapixel, 2.7K. Like optional 3.9-inch touch screen, remote control, 16-time power zoom, and mass storage, which is for the memory chips, which I got a bunch of those. and I believe it does come with one already. I got some 128 megabytes ready for it, so I got plenty of stuff that I'm bringing with me. I mean, I'm overdoing it on this one. Now we have the second one, because I saw this one at a good price, so I went ahead and grabbed that anyway. It's just here. So this is one of those little ones, this one uses the 16 gigabyte memory cards, clip mount holder tripod for like on the whatchamacallit, on the GoPro, adapters and all that good stuff. I got this. It also comes with a underwater case, so that's one thing that drew me to it. It looks like those ones that everybody's getting. I can't remember the name of it. Mr. Cruzbed, thank you for coming over. Keisha, hi Keisha, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. And as you can see, I'm talking about the upcoming cruise now and this weekend with the bloggers and the breakaway. So I went ahead and I found out that my camera, my Nikon D40, doesn't do video. So I was extremely disappointed. I have a Hero Black 7 that my wife got me that I haven't used. She got it over a year ago, and we got so much stuff that is still in boxes and stuff like that. Looking for it this last few days, I couldn't find it. There's a lot of stuff in a closet that we put away to make space on the guest room. So when our family comes in, they have area to sleep. So I was able to pull about maybe 10 containers, and they start getting a little heavier. And I said, no, I'm not gonna go to this. And I just went ahead and got me this stuff. Hey, Mr. Scott, you here? I can't see you. It's a black screen. Oh, here we go. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Oh, I see where you are. Nice. Very nice. Sweet. Look at that.
So,
what's going on that cruise? What you been up to? Is that Royal Caribbean?
The internet.
Yeah, I see. I see how cutting up is. I don't know if it's helping you out out there. Are you on a Royal Caribbean right now?
Yeah, so I'm on Anthem of the Seas.
Okay.
So that sails out of Bayonne, New Jersey.
Yes. Nice.
So that's about 2.5, 3 hours from where I live in South Central Pennsylvania. So not a bad drive.
Oh, no.
Definitely to get on a great ship like this.
Yes.
So very crowded. We're running into a lot of sporadic showers and stuff. So having problems with the internet. We do have Starlink on board, but Starlink or not, I mean, cloud cover wreaks havoc with satellite signals. So internet's been kind of here and there, but when it is working, it's working really well.
Nice. Well, you're the first one I hear about it, so I'm glad you're letting me know. Me and everybody else here in that chat knows.
Yeah, I'm really pretty impressed with the way it works, especially with so many people on board. Some of the older satellite internet, even when Royal Caribbean was using their old company, I think when you were on a ship with 5,000 people, it still just didn't work that well. So, but when this is working, it's working really well.
Nice.
I'm able to stream. I'm not able to have any issues with it whatsoever. I'm able to make video calls back home and things like that. So.
Oh, nice. But then again, that's my worry about next week in the breakaway. I believe there is Starlink already in it, but with
Yeah.
so many bloggers there, it's gonna be extremely busy. I don't know how the
Right.
signal will be working out, even though we're gonna be in Gulf of Mexico, hanging out. But
Okay.
I got Z here. Let me bring him in. Hey Z,
Yo,
Hey
yo,
Z.
yo, 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 yo,
what's up, Z?
yo.
We're talking about.
Edward's in the house.
That's right. Scott is
So,
here.
How you
He's
doing, Z?
hunting on the seas, hanging out on a cruise out on the ocean. I'm home right now, so I'm just chilling here, getting a taste of what's coming next week. And I am definitely. I mean, it's been 3 years that I haven't been on a cruise ship, and I'm finally gonna put my feet in it. Well, in my walker too. So I'm gonna be extremely pumped up. We're leaving Saturday morning, early in the morning, about 6 a.m. I'm hoping. I want to be in New Orleans by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And at 6 o'clock, we're going to meet a bunch of creators. And Sunday morning, hop on that ship and hit the road, down the Mississippi and see what comes up. Hopefully, the weather's going to be kind of iffy. It's supposed to be in the 50s, 60s with light rain. So I'm hoping it will stay like that because as long as we don't have no bad weather out in the Gulf, I'll be extremely happy. That well, we just
Yeah,
lost some.
today's the first warm day on the ship. We left on Tuesday afternoon, and it was like 35 degrees, felt like 25 degrees.
Yeah, with the
And
wind. Yeah,
yeah, yesterday was really bad. There was gale warnings and stuff. The ship was really rocking and rolling a lot yesterday. It was still pretty cold. I have one of these hoodies that has a battery pack in the pocket that you can turn it on. It has heat in it. And I was wearing that all day yesterday, so it was still pretty cold. But today it's about degrees. Right now, it's kind of sunny. There's a little bit of blue sky up there, but there's also a lot of rain off into the distance and stuff like that too. But it's definitely the first day that I can wear just a t-shirt. And we're in our first stop tomorrow, which is Puerto Rico. So I'm really looking forward to that. Although we don't get in until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so there won't be a whole lot of daylight before it gets dark, but we are there till 10 a.m. So looking forward to running around San Juan. I've been there many times, so I really enjoy being there though. I just really, I love every Caribbean destination, but some of them I like a little bit more than others, and Puerto Rico is definitely one of my favorite.
I was born in Puerto Rico, and that is one of my it's my favorite port right now. So until something
Yeah.
one, so far that's the one. I was
Right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
One thing I always wanted to see in Puerto Rico was Arecibo, which is pretty far. It's like out on the other side of the island, and now of course it's destroyed and shut down, so you can't even go there anymore. So it's kind of disappointing that I never got to see that, but I'm sure there's other places to see in Puerto Rico. But the last couple of times I've been there, just kind of walked around San Juan. I walked like between the ship and out to the ports, which that's a lot of city and a lot of neighborhoods and a lot of off the beaten path in between. So I really enjoyed that time there. So
Definitely, and there's food everywhere. You could stop. You could have a snack anywhere. You could have some mofongo. You could have carne frita. You could have the local beer, which is the medalla. It's crazy, and then you have the castle right there that it's within walking distance. You could see where the governor stays at, the big blue house.
okay.
You could see Fortaleza
Right.
Street. You have all those.
yeah,
They used to be the umbrellas. I think now it's a big Puerto Rico flag on it. There's so much to do and to see, and the old Plaza of Colón, the other smaller castle. Also, you could also go to the shops. Hard Rock Cafe. Oh man, it's so much to do in that little area.
It's such an incredible city. They nickname. I'm sure you know this. It's called the Blue. It has a nickname called the Blue City. And I love just walking around the city. I love seeing all of it. It's also a really big cat city, right? There's cats everywhere, right? And every time I walk through the city, I always go by cats are always following me all over the place or whatever. I make up my own little names for them and stuff like that, and and say and talk to them and stuff like that or whatever. So I love it so much. It's just I love excursions, I love tours, but I also like just getting off the beaten path and going out into these locations far away from the tourist areas, walking through the neighborhoods, interacting with people, just really having an immersive experience. I really love that so much. I try to do that as much as possible when I'm in a port.
And you get to see all that Spanish architecture from the 15,
it's amazing.
The colors and the smells and all that. And like you said, the cats. There's a lot of pigeons in San Juan also. But the rest of the island, you see dogs. There's dogs everywhere, And
right.
Also blues too, running around. So
right.
And the people to do in the island also.
I see people walking their dogs all the time.
Okay.
I can't imagine you could peacefully walk a dog, right? Because there's just so many cats that would drive the dogs crazy.
Oh my Lord! Hey, what's going on?
Sometimes you feel like a nut. And sometimes you hit the wrong button and your phone turns off. Yes. That happened to me.
What's going on?
Yeah, that happened to me. Dude, I am so jealous you're on a ship right now. Come on, man.
11 days, Z, and this is day 3 already. I just said to a couple people, I was like, I can't believe it's day 3 already.
So I overheard you say you went out of Bayonne. What ship are you on?
Yeah, so this is my second time on Anthem out of Bayonne. First time was a couple of years ago. It's 12 days. This time it's 11 days. I really like Bayonne. I went out of Bayonne in this past August to Bermuda on Adventure of the Seas. I really like Bayonne. For me, it's really convenient. See, so like the closest port to me is Baltimore, but all the ships in Baltimore are small, right? And I still like the big ships and everything else. So Bayonne's a great option for getting on big ships and being close enough to drive, for me at least.
Yeah, we went on adventure in October, and we went on Oasis in June.
Gotcha.
Wow. See, now I am so jealous. 11 days, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah. I mean, for me, so that's a lot of sea days for me, though, and I'm not a big sea day person. So for me, I like to get to the ports. So most of the time when I'm out of Florida, there's only one sea day, and then you're at your first port, which is great for me. So this time I've been suffering a little bit. If you can call being on an amazing ship like Anthem suffering.
Yeah. I wish I had that kind of suffering, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be suffering next week. Me and Mike, we're gonna.
Yeah, I'm so jealous. Everybody's going to cruise except for me. But good news. Day 19.
Congratulations!
Like I say, I want to hear 19 months, not 19 days.
Yeah. Eddie, I can guarantee you that won't happen.
Hey, it
won't happen.
You know what you're doing.
Especially when me and Bill and Derek and Amanda will be on the same ship.
Bill, it's you. You're the one who has to take care of it.
Yeah, I'm just telling you. I'm being honest. 6 months. Probably 8 months, I can see that, but 18 months, I can't see that. What am I getting?
I went day by day, and been 22 years. So
yeah, but you got a woman, so I don't have a woman.
My woman has nothing to do with it. It's me.
I never had a woman.
She just gave me an ultimatum. Said, "You come home smelling."
Okay.
You're out of here.
Eddie, when you're in a relationship, I have never been into a relationship.
That you can recall.
Never. I never had a girlfriend.
Okay.
It's lonely.
Yeah, that's
It's very, very lonely.
something to do. So
Maybe I gotta find me a sugar mama before I go on a cruise. That'd be different.
you maybe in the Jubilee you'll get to meet a nice little lady there and be all happy. So don't worry about it. So, Mr. Mike, you ready for next week?
Yep. I'm not looking forward to the old style muster drill. What y'all have on your show?
Yeah,
no.
I'm gonna talk about this in one of the videos that I do from the anthem, but this is the great thing about Royal Caribbean since the restart. So we stayed in a town called Woodbridge previous night before the cruise. It's about 20 miles or so, 30 minutes or so from the ship. So this is a great thing. We're on 95 somewhere around Elizabeth, New Jersey, and my wife opens up the Royal Caribbean app, plays the emergency signal video, plays the video that explains to you what to do, in case of an emergency. All while we're on the highway, not even at the ship yet. So then as soon as we get on the ship, all we got to do is go straight to our muster station, which for us was E1, which was right outside the 270 lounge. So we get on at deck 4. That's the same 4. That's the Esplanade. We walk all the way to the back of the ship. We walk up. We have our barcodes on our boarding passes. They scan the barcodes and we're done. 10 seconds.
Yep.
Now Carnival is similar. Like when I get on a Carnival ship, I go straight to the muster station. They show you how to put a life jacket on. They scan your barcode. You're done. So that's almost as easy. But with Royal, you have to watch those 2 videos, and it marks whether or not you've watched those 2 videos, the safety briefing and the emergency signal. But you can do that before you even get on the ship, which is the most incredible part of it.
Yeah, he did it right there in the port, and
right.
We were waiting for the thing to open up.
Yeah, so it was great. So we, and there wasn't a big long line at the port or whatever. We were able to more or less just drop our things, park, walk in. Small line, it moved pretty quickly, and then we went in. We went through and got on board, and like I said, we went straight to our muster station, checked in, we were done. Right, so. In all, it's really, really efficient. And I just can't figure out why these other lines would want to go back to something like that. Honestly, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know whether it was being forced to or whether it's just people are going to the last second to do the muster drill and they're like, okay, we're just going to shut it down. Yeah. Now, some people were thinking that it was because of money. Because when they do the muster drill, everything gets shut down. So that's all those drinks and everything else that they're saving money on with people that get the drink package and everything. But I don't know.
Right. Well, so here's the one thing I found was interesting. I was on a 3-day cruise in early October on MSC Meraviglia, right? So with MSC Meraviglia, you have to go back to your room and you have to watch the safety briefing on the TV, and then you have to dial like 881 or something like that, and then you get this recording that says, kind of acknowledges that you called in, and then at that point, you have to then everybody goes down to a single location on deck 5, on Meraviglia on deck 5. Single location, there's 2 stations, A and B. So you just look for the placard. It'll tell you on the TV, head to station B or head to station A, and you go there and they scan you in. So I definitely went there. I definitely got scanned in, but then I got a letter outside my cabin, a piece of paper, like an actual printed out letter that said, you did not check in at your station. So you have to actually go to a second muster drill that they're going to hold the next day in the main theater. And
nice.
they ran around the ship finding everybody who had not checked in or who had not done the muster station or muster drill. They ran around the ship, found everybody, and made them go there and check in. Like they would not let them off the ship until they went and did that. So, I mean, that's a little bit different. I had an issue at one time on Carnival ship or something like that, Magic or Legend or something like that. And I went and I checked in, but the crew member's tablet wasn't working. So then he had said to me, I'll let somebody know that you checked in. And I'm like, okay. But then later on, they knocked on my door and they said, hey, here's a letter. You're being warned that you did not go to the muster check-in. And I'm like, oh, no, wait. I did. And the tablet was malfunctioning. They went back through, they checked it. They said, okay, there is a note, because they do keep track of that. And if you're a habitual offender of that, you could be barred from cruising on the ship just because, it's an international maritime requirement. So, but so far, I mean, Royal Caribbean's, I think, is the most efficient, just simply because you can watch those two videos anywhere you are. You don't have to be on the ship. And then all you have to do is just go and let them scan it and you're done. So it was, pretty efficient, and I just don't understand why people have to be pestered and hollered at constantly to go do it. I mean, just go do it already, I mean, it takes a moment to do.
Out of the way, yeah. So it's just the deal goes. Hold on, Z. Let me bring you back in. There you go, Z. There you go.
My reflection on that, when they got to go to the butcher station, some of these knuckleheads, yes, I call them knuckleheads, they can't follow the rules, or they think, oh, I don't need to do that. I'm my own man. I'm my own person.
Yeah.
That irritates the fire out of me. So it's not Norwegian's fault or this is fault when they're doing the old school drills, because some people are stupid.
Hey.
Bottom line, I mean, it's the rules. Basically, you have to go to your muster station before the ship leaves. It's common sense. Go to your muster station. Then you got to waste everybody else's time.
So when I was on Celebration like the end of November, early December this past year, and that was probably the most pestering and the most announcements that I heard. Lee, the cruise director, he had to have come on easily 25 times. And at one point he had come on and said, listen, folks, there is still like 5% of the passengers have not come to muster. And like, I was actually kind of doing my sail away video or recording at that point, and I had actually stopped and let the announcement play. And then I had come back and said, listen, like this is the absolute most that I have ever, I mean, normally they come on, make a few announcements and then that's it. Right. But I mean, he had easily announced it 20, 25 times. I'm like, good God. I mean, why can't these people, why do they have to be pestered and badgered about it? The captain had come on and said, we are not leaving until everybody does this.
Yep.
Yeah, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
It costs education, the parents not teaching the kids the difference between wrong and right. And you got the knuckleheads think they're big and bad, they don't want to go ahead and do it. And it's a total waste of our time waiting for these knuckleheads. Because I want to enjoy myself. I want the party to get started. And I got to wait for these knuckleheads to go to the muster station. And I'll tell you for an example, when I was on the Carnival Vista, they were saying names to people that need to go to the muster station. They're calling their names out. Yeah, because
when it gets too long, they'll start calling you by your name.
Mm-hmm. It's still going on. It's totally ridiculous.
Yeah, shame. They should start calling people by name, shame them into going and doing it.
Yeah, it's just.
Although maybe some people, I guess, can't be shamed into anything.
Oh, they're just stupid. I call them stupid.
You know what they're gonna end up doing? eventually. See, I'm gonna mute your mic. You're double thinking here. What they should do? No, please don't kick me in the behind. They're gonna end up locking everything as the people are coming into the ship. No more buffet, no more bars open until everybody gets their mustard done. You know, that's
Yeah.
what's happening. So,
Right. Now, Carnival limits you to 2 drinks when you get on board until you have completed your check-in.
Yeah.
But I think it should be no drinks until you completed your check-in.
Yeah.
Do the mustard first, and then move about the cabin. And
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to do anything until you go and take care of that, especially if it's going to be that, you know, if they're going to have that much trouble. And surely they know more. I mean, they know more than anybody else across all their sailings in a particular time frame, how much trouble they really had, you know, 1 week to the next. I mean, we're only on there 1 week, right? But I mean, they're keeping track week after week after week. They should know whether or not, look, this is becoming such a problem. We need to do something to make this more, you know, make it more of a, you know, a sure thing. People come on here and do it. So I really don't think that they should have any drinks or anything like that. And that's assuming that that's the reason why people aren't coming. I'm sure there's some small percentage of people, maybe it's their first cruise, they just don't know.
Yeah,
You know, or something like that.
It's in the comments. He just put sometimes it's first timers who might not understand the muster drill.
Yeah.
Or even what it is. And I should be informed as you're getting your registration. That's when they should tell you there's a muster drill going on. You need to go to it as soon as you get into ship and get it over with.
Exactly. Exactly. And I mean, I think the cruise lines could maybe do more to kind of like put that message out there. Like there could be some type of email about it prior to you getting on board. Maybe there could be a sign about it or something. Maybe, you know, when they're standing there at the end of the, I want to say jetway, but it's not jetway, but, you know, when you're walking onto the ship or whatever, like, you know, maybe there could be a sign there or something, or there's people standing there greeting you. They could just say, you know, please make sure you take care of your mandatory safety briefing, you know, things like that or whatever. But, you know, we'll see how it all evolves. But I am really disappointed to hear that there's already 2 cruise lines wanting to go back to the old way. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like everything else. I mean, it just seems like after you do this, you can see that it can easily be done, you know, without congregating everybody there.
Definitely. You know, I remember back in
10 people taking your picture and have them tell you to go do your mustard drill.
Exactly. Yep. I agree. Yep. If you look at some of my original like older videos or whatever, you see how like I used to wear a life jacket, you know, because the muster drill, we used to wear life jackets. You know, now obviously that's really going back in the day because, you know, even when we were assembling still before the shutdown, you know, we weren't having to go and get those life jackets anymore. But, you know, I just think to myself, as it's evolved, you don't have to go back and get the life jacket anymore. So then therefore you don't really have to take the life jacket back to your room afterwards. You just had to go out there. Then the shutdown, then they made it even more simpler, you know, where you're just watching a video or just going someplace and checking in. They still couldn't do it. Now I know when the restart was coming, there was a lot of anticipation about what that was going to be like, you know, and a bunch of us did videos from our first, you know, the first couple of cruises and stuff like that, because everybody was curious how it was going to be. And admittedly, I thought it was going to be more involved than what it was. And then when I saw how easy that was, I said to myself, oh, there can't possibly be any reason why people don't do this now, right? Yeah, a lot of, I guess I didn't have much faith in the, you know, and the inevitability of how people are sometimes, but
the people hadn't.
Oh my! Sorry guys, I don't know what happened. It just poof. Everything went black and oh my lord! See, he's trying to connect. mustard drill is dark again. Sorry, see the whole screen just went black.
The people that are not doing the mustard drill, they're people that haven't had to sit through a real mustard drill where you have to go out there in the heat and stand there for an hour and a half.
Easily, it's just I remember back in 2018 when my first cruise that I did with Scott, if you're here and I just if you're able to connect again, please come back. I enjoy all the good tips that you're giving us. So if you're able to come back, go ahead and do that, please. It'd be great to have you back over here. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, that was it. I was just saying, if people had to sit through an old mustard drill, they would definitely appreciate what we have now, or what they went to.
Yeah, 2018 when I my first cruise started with my wife. We get to the cabin. I'm laying. I said to her, I feel like taking a nap. Then she says to me, "Hey, George." She says to me, "Oh, we have to do the mustard drill." I'm like, "Mustard drill? I don't feel like going anywhere. I want to take a nap." She's like, "It's mandatory. You have to come with me." From back in the 80s and 90s, I don't remember what I used to do back on those cruise ships. I used to do a lot of drinking. So a while ago. So we went ahead and sorry, Scott. The whole thing. I lost signal here.
Yeah. I just figured it was my internet.
It was on my side. It's weird. So
yeah.
Something.
It's no big deal.
Yeah. I appreciate. Oh, what was that? Oh, so like they're gonna do an announcement.
Yeah. This is your captain speaking.
George,
it wasn't on my end. I don't know what that was.
I think it's Z.
No, it's not me.
No, it's George. George is the one. Look at that guilty face.
Yeah.
I did it for sure.
No, you're up to something, George. Scott from the Mustard Drill. Mike Clark is here also from Clark Family Adventures. Z from the Z Show, How Cruise Fun, and Fearless Rambler are here. We're all here in the panel today. If you haven't met any of them guys, over here now. Of course, Scott is giving us a hint of what we're going to be looking at next Monday, me and Mike. So take a good look, Mike. Look at that beautiful shot that he's giving us there. And then if anybody go check out their channels, please, and take a good look what's going on. I see that TNT is trying to get some more connections going to hit the 100. If you haven't checked them out yet, please do check out TNT Adventures C. I see that the Stock Explorer, Nora, is here also. Welcome, Nora. Thank you for stopping by on your busy schedule. Hello, Cruise. Together we travel. A bunch of you guys are in the chat. I appreciate you stopping by. We're talking about the mustard drill on the cruises coming back up again, and explaining what he's going through Royal Caribbean. Me and Mike, we're gonna be in the breakaway on Sunday, so we're definitely gonna get a taste of the mustard drill again. And yeah, I mean, it's an easy thing. We all know we got to do it. So we get in the ship, get it done, get it out of the way, and move on. Also today, I want to let everybody know that it's my 1 year anniversary with YouTube. Finally, I don't know where all this time, this year flew by. I mean, I've been busy. I've been learning. I've been meeting. I mean, it's been great. This group that I'm with, dealing with every day. I mean, it's been excellent. I do appreciate all the support that I've been getting, and I appreciate you guys taking time of your day to be here with me also. So much appreciated.
Party, party, party.
Oh yeah, plenty of that coming up. I'm out of here. Well, you leave tomorrow, right, Mike?
I leave at 6:52 tomorrow morning.
Oh my Lord! I know.
I gotta mute my mic for a second.
Okay.
And the breakaway is sailing out of NOLA, right? Is that where it is right now?
Yeah. That's where we get out there.
Can I just ask, where's NOLA?
Can you?
Sorry, New Orleans.
New Orleans. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
NOLA.
more than me.
N-O, New Orleans, L.A., Louisiana, NOLA.
Got it. I was gonna sell out New Orleans one time, but they canceled the cruise like a week before we were gonna go. So it was sad.
The
We
last
had,
time
uh,
the last time I was in NOLA was before Katrina, so that's
Oh, yeah.
shocking for me. See the other cities been doing, you know.
My favorite port is Port Canaveral, but I mean, I love them all. Anywhere I can get on a ship is fine with me. But if I had to pick a favorite port, it'd be Port Canaveral.
Oh, okay.
I think it's the easiest port to get to and get out of and stuff like that. I just think, like you can get in and get out easy. There's plenty of parking. There's, a decent number of, decent variety of ships leaving from there and stuff like that. I just think that, Orlando's a really convenient airport to fly into from anywhere, right? There's tons of flights all the time. So that's just my personal opinion. I mean, I'll like I said, I'll sail from anywhere, but I have to pick Port Canaveral as my favorite port.
I'll be there in April going out on Wonder.
So I'm on Wonder in October, which is why I'm gonna miss the booze cruise. I'm so upset about that. So, because I'm gonna be on Wonder at the same time.
I got you.
Sweet. I keep hearing.
Yeah, Wonder's probably my favorite ship at this point.
I've never been on RCL, so one of these days. My wife was in it back in 2010. Out of Beyond, they went to Bermuda. One of her sisters paid for the whole cruise for all 5 of them. So I was home by myself for a whole week. So, I mean, they went and enjoyed it, had a great time. That's what I wasn't cruising for years, and that cruise that they did got the itching back on me. And then NCL started coming out with their new commercials and stuff like that. I said, wait a minute, something's going on. So in 2017, we finally decided we're going to cruise next year. And the following year, New Year's Eve, we took out of New York City. December 28th, we left New York City and end up in Port Canaveral, went to Miami, Grape Zero K, and the Bahamas. The first cruise, 9 days. The following year, we jumped on the Bliss, and we did 14 days. And we left out of New York and straight down to San Juan. I mean, I had never seen the castle from the outside ocean coming in. I mean, I always flew over in a plane or whatever, but to see that thing, we were up in the observation deck. I mean, it was an amazing sight. I mean, it just drove me nuts. And San Juan is my favorite port to be at. My favorite port living out of is Miami. But it was an amazing sight. And then we went in, we got out, and then one of the Royal Caribbean cruise ships docked next to it. And you could see the size of this monster next to the place, man. It was amazing how huge that thing was. And we had an amazing time all over the Caribbean. And I mean, I can't recall how much fun we had. And then the pandemic happened. So right there, then that's why I haven't been on a cruise ship in 3 years. So, and we had a cruise last year to Bermuda again, but since we moved down south and my wife started her new job, she wasn't going to have the time to go. So we have to cancel that one. So that's why I'm like finally getting excited about this one coming up Sunday, that I'm finally going to be in a boat back on the water. So it's going to be, I'm telling you. And as soon as I saw bloggers, when that thing came out for the group cruise that they started doing over a year and change ago, I told my wife, we got to go to this one. We have to be in this one. And I'm glad we were able to jump on it on an early date. Got a room and everything, so we're set. I mean, I can't wait for Saturday morning to get here, pack everything, say see you later, kiddies, and hit the road. I'm hoping to be in the hotel by 2:00 in the afternoon, so might be ready.
Yep.
Gonna be giving you some troubles over there,
Except we're doing some haunted ghost tour tomorrow night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Be in a group,
And-
okay? Don't be by yourself.
Yeah.
Whatever
I'm going
you
with I'm going with the Traveling Gilberts and Traveling Adventures, Eric B. and a couple other people.
Okay. I heard Eric's gonna be there the weekend, but he's not doing the
He's
the cruise.
he's splitting the room with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's coming for the weekend.
So my daughter Nikki, she went on that haunted tour a month or so ago, and she loved it. So
Okay,
down New
cool.
Orleans. On her when she got stuck on the train down New Orleans, they still toured. So it was a really cool city.
What's with your daughter in trains? What's getting stuck or no happening or cancel? Ay, ay, ay.
It's called-
Remind
it's
me
called-
never to ride with her, okay?
Call a union. Hate to tell you, I used to belong to a union. I know exactly what unions do.
I'm a union electrician.
There you go. I was a union president for a aerospace group, and I tell you, there's a lot of work there. But there's a lot of I understand the union workers, so I understand the union. They just got stuck because of the strike. But the train went on. That's what's weird about that. The train the next day actually went back to Virginia. So it's like, get off the train. You can't get on it, but we're going to take it anyway. But anyway, they enjoyed that haunted tour. That's all I was going to say. So you'll
got you.
enjoy it.
I'm reading what TNT put here. If I wasn't at work, I'd jump into the combo, but I know I will be put in the middle and feel like Alice from the Brady Bunch.
I had to sign off for a second. My phone's ringing. So
Yes, no problem.
I'll actually just leave. But
Yeah, we'll catch you in a bit. Don't worry. Go ahead, do your thing. Oh my Lord. Let's see, Jubilee, you ready?
Oh man, I got 6 more days until I book it. I'm so ready. You guys don't know. I'm ready. I wish December was right now.
I've been hearing you talk to Bill about it, so I know you're ready. I know you're set for that.
Yeah, me and Bill have like it's like opposite track. But yeah, we're gonna be doing some karaoke. We just gotta figure out some songs to do, but as far as that is concerned, yeah, it's gonna be big time.
Remember, do some
But y'all
vlogs.
said you're going to go up on the deck and do the Wednesday dance too.
Oh yeah, we're doing a Wednesday dance. We might be doing the bird and
Or-
yeah.
I have no idea what he's talking about, but okay.
Well, if you watch Purple Rain, one day at a time,
Oh, okay.
that
Like the other
bird.
day you were doing this or something like that. I'm like, okay,
No,
what's
no.
going on? Did I came in at the wrong time or something?
Well, we're gonna pace each other. We're gonna watch each other. Bill says he can stay out more than I can. That's it. Really,
All right.
Bill. Bill said back in the day that he can outdo me. I
Back
said, I
in
don't
the
think
day,
so.
that's the right words right there. Back in the day.
Back in the day, he said he
Me,
can
back
outdo
in
me.
the day, I used to go days and days without sleep. Now, that's
Oh.
not happening.
I think
Oh,
I'm
I
going to sleep about 4 hours this whole week.
Oh my! Oh, you getting you preparing yourself for next week. That's what happens. That's what you're doing.
I'm
Yeah.
going to set an alarm every morning and try to get at least try to get with some other people and talk and see how everything is.
Yeah. Some of the
Yeah,
stuff
I
is going
think-
on early.
You know what? I think you should do like an overnight tour of the ship when everybody's sleeping.
Yeah.
Just talk about what's going on. Just do a tour around the ship and stuff like that. That probably be pretty good.
Yeah. And be quiet and no music playing.
And you might could do it live because everybody's asleep.
I don't
Everybody's
plan to
not
go
on the
live.
internet.
There's
Yeah.
no plans to go live or do anything crazy. I might jump on somebody else's live that I might see, and if they call me over, I'm gonna jump in and give my 2 cents or whatever the deal, and see what happens. But I know it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be stuff all over the place, and it's gonna be crowded. So, and unfortunately for me, I have a walker that I got I have to use. So it's gonna be a little, here and there. I know Chili Falls is gonna be there, so I'm definitely gonna go hang out with him. And he usually does lives here and there, so I'll probably be hanging out with him when he does. So if I get to put my face on the screen, I'll do it. Otherwise, I'll let him do his thing. You know.
Yeah, I plan on doing some lives at some point.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna do live.
I'm debating on doing the getting the high internet package. I'm just worried that I'm going to pay that money for it. It's like $200, and then end up not being able to use it because there's so many people in there trying to use the internet at the same time.
That's why I'm not gonna even bother with it. I don't wanna spend any time editing or anything like that. I'm just gonna film, and
Oh yeah, I'm not going to
if I
edit
can
it.
get, I'm gonna get it and be up.
Yeah, the most I've been doing lately is just because I use a combination of equipment. Like I don't use just one or two. Like I use my phone. I use a GoPro. I also have a Sony ZV-E10 that I use, and so I have like a bunch of cameras. So the most I do is just collect all my clips off of everything, off of each device into a folder on my laptop, and then I just worry about editing and stuff when I get home. So,
Right. Yep.
otherwise, I'd spend half the cruise in the cabin.
Yeah.
And then you have no idea where you're gonna be at. So the signal might be, taking. You're downloading is taking forever, and it's just.
I would not do.
I just do that at home.
The only time I will do any basic downloading when I finish for the day, I'll have my phone, put it on the laptop, download all that stuff, and then for my laptop, I'll back it my laptop with my former hard drives I bring. I think I'm gonna bring like 2 terabytes because I like to back up everything because I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah, I got a Google Photos account that normally I get the internet on the chip, and I can send everything to Google Photos, and then I can delete the stuff off the phone. So I got a whole new storage.
Yeah,
That's the other thing that I'm kind of debating on getting the internet, so I can do that. But I think I pretty much got my 256 gig empty right now, so I got a good amount of storage, and I'm planning on using that Pocket Osmo, and then my GoPro, and I got the VZ1 camera.
And I think in Cozumel they have free Wi-Fi. I don't know
Yes,
what
I do.
about it, but it might happen. You might be able to.
The Three Amigos and Tuesday Frogs have free Wi-Fi.
So that could be a spot to use to download all your stuff and be ready for the next day.
Yeah.
Cozumel, and then on the way back, it's either Costa Maya or Cozumel. One of the two. We stop there first, and then on the back way, I think we hit Cozumel.
Yeah.
And then you get again, more free Wi-Fi right there, and get whatever you film between those 2 days and put it away. I've been emptying my phone also, even though I got the 2 cameras now. So I'm gonna have plenty. I have so many memory cards ready, different sizes. I got a bunch of little ones for this thing, so I'm ready. I mean, I'm gonna film away. That's what I'm hoping.
I'm planning on putting the GoPro on the golf cart when we get it.
Yes. And if you have that adapter that you were showing me the other day, bring it.
Yeah, I'm bringing that.
Yeah, because Cruz now is gonna let me a GoPro that he has extra, so I'll be able to hook that up to the walker. I just want to hook up to this thing, so as I'm traveling through the ship, I want to give people with disability a view of what we go through on a busy ship, to get an idea of what's going on and what to expect next time that they come in. So, because I also have I believe we have a handicap room in the walkers, so I should be ready. That's why when we get to the port, I just want to stay within the port. The only crazy thing I'm doing is riding with you in that golf cart that day. And the other day,
you got insurance. You better get insurance.
They're crazy drivers down there, so we'll see. Don't worry, I learned to drive in Puerto Rico, so in San Juan.
Especially those do this, the go-kart, You know, they're gonna be doing.
No. We're not doing none of that, though. We're not.
On the go kart. I'm talking
not-
about the other guy.
Well, it's during the daytime, so if we were
It's
talking
gonna be
about
wild.
at nighttime, that might be different, But
There's-
they know it's a port. They gotta be police or something there somewhat. I don't know how faithful
No,
they
I'm
might.
sure
be.
they're probably watching that
Probably
stuff.
will.
That's easy money they can get.
Oh yeah, easily. So you just gotta be careful, Stay within the boundaries and enjoy.
You'll be
Have a
good, yeah.
good time, So that's what I'm hoping that will happen. But we'll see. I've never been to Mexico. The closest I've been to Mexico is Chula Vista in California when I was working out there in Cali. But other than that,
This would be my third time to Cozumel. It'd be
See,
See,
my
I've
second.
been to I've been to Cozumel and Costa Maya so many times I could operate tours.
Yeah. So I've never left the port at Costa Maya. So this time will be the first time to be able to get on the golf cart and explore.
nice.
Yeah, so when I go most of the time when I go to Costa Maya though, I go to Maya Chan, which is one of the more popular day beaches or whatever. So, and it takes a really long, like it takes almost a half an hour to get to Maya Chan because it's so far away from the port. But once you get there, the people who run it are amazing and the beaches are amazing. And I've never had a bad time at Maya Chan ever. So you just have to make a reservation in advance.
Yeah. And Cozumel, I heard that Paradise Beach and Mr. Sancho's, a lot of the people are going to those two. And that's why I know stay behind. On our next cruise in January next year, we're going to be on the Prima and we're going to go back to same ports again. So then we'll do an excursion because it'd be a lot less crowded. I'm talking less crowded from the ship kind of point of view, but it could be, up to 5 or 6 ships there in one given day. So
Oh yeah, a lot.
we're busy. So yeah, especially Cozumel.
Yeah, and Cozumel is pier runner capital of the Caribbean as well. So
Yeah. That's another thing I want to be ready
I'll
for.
video that.
yeah. Most of the time you want a starboard balcony on a ship when you're in Cozumel, so you can see them pier runners.
Yeah, so you can laugh at them at their face. I like
I
that.
think I'm on the starboard side on this cruise, if I recall
You
right.
get thousands of views when they do that. You record that. Yeah, you get thousands of views because look at all these stupid people are late.
Laughing at
They
somebody
can't
else's
go
pain, You gotta, keep track of
yeah.
your phone, or your watch or whatever,
Yeah, see,
tell you.
the thing is, they tell you when you get to the port, the cruise ship gets to the port, you need to check the ship's time. They'll tell you when you need to be back. People don't understand it, or they're stupid, or they don't know how to tell time. And then when they get ready to leave, you see these stupid people running. I said, "Why are you running? You should have been here."
He's picking up all kinds of subscribers today.
So I've got an international phone plan. So no matter where I am, I always have cell phone service. And I use my phone is a Galaxy S22 Plus, and I'll probably be getting the S23 Plus here, when it's available. But basically, for the last couple of generations of Galaxy phones I've had, there's an option on the always on display for it to, because like when I connect to the local cellular networks, it'll reset my time to whatever the time is there. Yeah. But it will always show me Eastern time and the local time on my lock screen. So, all I got to do is pull my phone out at any time and I can see exactly what's going to be ship's time. Now, on the Anthem, we actually sprung forward an hour last night. Because all of our ports are going to be in Atlantic time, so it's an hour ahead of Eastern. And then, of course, when I've been to Bermuda and Eastern Canada, they always spring forward an hour on those ships too. But otherwise, the ships always seem to stay on Eastern time. but those few times. But it doesn't matter from either way. I can always see what's going to be ship's time and what's going to be local time. So if you got that option on your phone, I don't know what phones have that option, and I'm not even sure if I even turned that on or if it was just automatic or whatever. But it's definitely something I rely on when I'm in port.
Definitely.
I just open up the app and then it'll show you what the ship
Yeah,
time is.
right. Yeah, the ship's app usually shows you the ship time too. Yep.
And I
Are you going on Icon of the Seas on the first sailing?
I'm sorry.
Are you going on Icon of the Seas?
So I'm not. I was not able to get in on the first sailing because when the schedule opened up, I was on Harmony with bad internet and I couldn't get in.
I got you. Yeah,
But
I got on the phone at like 11 o'clock the night before, and I think I finally got to talk to somebody at like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I sat on hold for like 2 hours, and then I got my interior, and it was $3,000 for an interior for 2 people.
Right. So, as a travel agent, I can, book really easily myself into the same cruise, into the same computer system. Like I have access to the same systems that the cruise lines, have for their internal booking people. So I can get in there and see all the inventory, do all the things that they do, as long as I have a good internet connection. So, and there's a bunch of groups with available space on that sailing. The problem is that my host agency has a rule where I cannot book into another agent's group without that agent's permission. And I've reached out to all of those agents, and they need all of the inventory they have blocked off. So at this point, unless something else happens, I'm not getting on that Icon inaugural sailing. But I have my own group on the Icon in April. So we'll see, so if worst case, I'll end up on that.
April 2024. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what we're doing for my daughter for graduation in June time frame of June, July time frame of 24. She wanted to do Icon, but then we talked to her. Have Luxury Travels doing a family reunion group cruise to on Jubilee, so we're debating on doing that, but we haven't.
Yeah, I had a lot of people actually on the transatlantic of Jubilee, and when they had to cancel that, boy, it was a lot. My phone was ringing off the hook. I had a lot of disappointed clients, and some of my clients I still haven't rebooked on it yet. But it was nice because Carnival gave them a really huge discount. In fact, I had one client that they had rebooked on another sailing in a balcony cabin, and the fare was over $3,000. And by the time I had added in their discount and stuff, they had been given by Carnival. It ended up only costing them about $900 for the whole cruise. So,
yeah, it can't beat that.
Yeah, no, they did. So they definitely stepped up and and gave people kind of like a good deal for having to cancel that. But there was definitely a lot of disappointed people.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, TNT Adventures to Sea says Eddie and all. Tell me one secret you all know about being a creator. I will
it's a lot of work. A lot more than what you think it would be.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of work. Yeah, for sure. I'm
retired and I do more work on this thing that I ever did on my retail life. And you gotta constantly, I will tell you, love what you do, have fun, help others, because that help that you give will come back to you.
Yep.
Do the best you can for your channel and follow a goal. Make sure you have a goal set of where you want to go and stick to it. Don't carry away. Don't try to be like somebody else. Be yourself. To me, I see everybody as the same here. It's just that everybody sees things differently. So you get to see different points of view. Even we could be in the same ship, same room, and we all will see it differently. So
Yeah, that's why.
you know,
That's why having so many cruise vloggers, it's not a big deal because everybody has a different cruise than everybody. So
Yep.
if you make a video, it doesn't mean that your video is going to be the same as everybody else's.
that's right.
Yep. And for me, I think like I go back through and look at some of my videos sometimes, and you know, I try to make sure that I'm not falling into like a predictable pattern. Like for a while, for some of my cruises, like I was doing like a cruise day video, and then I was doing it's a first sea day video, and then I would do like a wrap up video, and those things are all still fine to do, but I want to make sure that that's not like this like even flow of, you know, every single cruise I go on, you know that I'm going to do a cruise day, and I'm going to do a first day where, hey, let's have a look around the ship. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, I also want to make sure that I add some variety and stuff like that. Like, I want to start, personally, I want to start possibly finding some crew to talk to, and I want to try to do some interactions. Like I always try to interact with the crew. In fact, just this morning, we had this really amazing crew member, Renita, I think is her name or whatever. She's from Trinidad and Tobago or whatever, and she came over and she talked to us. She was such an amazing individual. I mean, they're all amazing individuals, but she was just such a great person, and just really loves her job and really loves being on the ship and really loves interacting with people. And she came over and talked to us and stuff like that. And I really want to I try to interact with the crew as much as I can, but I really want to try to find some crew members that I can sit down and I can talk to, because I really feel like it's so easy for us to be on vacation and us to be on the ship and we're going about our business. And sometimes we don't even see the crew. Like they're like the invisible people who make the magic happen, right? And I really would like to try to start showcasing some of the crew, and of course it's going to be up to them, but I don't want that to become like a thing either where, it's like every time you can guarantee, like, I just want to try to have a lot of variety in my cruising. I don't want to fall into a predictable pattern. So,
yeah, that sounds like a hell of a good idea.
We had a lot of good crew on Wonder of the Seas. So when you go on that, you'll have a good time. Now, of course, it may be different crew by then, but a lot of them, do they sign on for another one,
and they're out there for longer,
right. I've been on about 54 cruises. I've never been on a cruise where the crew weren't amazing, they just really are. Now I've certainly had different, sometimes I interact with them less, sometimes I interact with them more. It just really just depends, but I've never been on a cruise that I haven't, had at least one amazing crew member that I just really had a really great conversation with and really enjoyed talking to and stuff like that. So I did talk to the crew even a lot, like on the first couple cruises after the restart, because I was really curious about what their, what they were doing and what their perspective was on all the restrictions at that time and stuff like that. It was really way different than it had been. But now, I just feel like sometimes it's so hard. People are, and it's nothing wrong with you being on vacation. There's nothing wrong with you focusing on your vacation, but I just really feel like the crew really just seem invisible to a lot of people. And I try to tell people all the time, just take a minute, like, living all my life, being an American, being in the US all my whole life or whatever, I talk to people all the time, but I can't remember the last time that I said hello to somebody back home and they, and they lit up the way the crew do when almost like they're so used to being invisible to everybody. It's like when somebody actually acknowledges them, they feel a sense of a recognition in that and stuff. I always make sure I tell them, you're doing a great job. I think, thank you so much for taking care of us. Thank you so much for doing such a great job, because I really am appreciated, because when I'm at home, nobody takes care of me but me.
Yeah. And I always try to get a picture with the waiting staff every cruise, and sometimes I'll get a picture of my the room steward as well. Just to try to I try to acknowledge them. And I did one video on the bar staff the one time. I'm not a big drinker and all, but me and the wife just decided we got the drink package, the non-alcoholic. So we were sitting at the thing doing virgin strawberry daiquiris and mudslides, and we had a lot of fun just messing with the bar staff.
Scott, what happened to the view?
I'm sorry. It got really here. I don't think I can flip the camera around. It got really windy and cloudy and everything in there. So, but here we go. Here, I'll come back out.
Oh wow, yeah, wow. Holy moly.
Yeah, it got really windy and cloudy, and I've been having you guys have been falling in and out a little bit for me and stuff like that too. So now I have headphones in, so they tend to pick up background noise a little bit more than the mic on the phone does. And my cabin is messy anyway, because
hey,
when I'm on vacation, I don't pick up after myself as much as I should. So
who does,
I'm not going to have the wife with me this time, so I'm going to have stuff thrown everywhere.
Yeah. So I don't my wife Elizabeth, I call her Beth, but on my videos, if she's with me or not with me, she's with me, she's with me, and if she's not with me, she's with me in spirit. So I always people always say, "Hey, I thought you said you were alone on that cruise, but you kept saying we in your video," and I was like, "Well, because we was with me in spirit," but so I always call her we, but. She's with me this time, and it drives her absolutely crazy how messy I can be sometimes when I'm on ships. So, and I try to be a little bit better about it when she's with me, but I tell her all the time, if you think this is bad, you should have seen the cabin when I was on, such and such ship without you, I had to leave an extra tip for the cabin steward just because I know I had to work so hard for it. But
look at that. Orange Cone says, we not only prepaid our tips, we gave our room steward cash and phone cards so he could call home. Yes, a very good thing to do.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody knows this either, but gratuities are going up in April. I don't know if anybody knows that.
Yeah.
So especially whoever's going on that booze cruise, go ahead and take care of your stuff now before they go up. It's not much.
Yeah.
What is it, like $40-$50 is going up, something like that?
I think it's going up to $1.50 a day. Yeah.
So it's not much, but
it's going from $14.50 to $16. So I tell my clients or whatever, hey, listen, if you're going to have a cruise during that time or whatever, you can prepay at the lower rate. And believe it or not, I have an awful lot of clients who will say to me, nah, the crew worked really hard. I think they deserve the money. I'm just going to wait till I get on the ship so that they can get the higher amount.
Yeah. My only thing is, and I wish I knew, if 100% of that tip actually goes to the people that it should be going to. I hope that the cruise lines aren't pocketing any of that, but it's hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah,
it is hard to tell. I mean, I'm not really sure. And now I know this. Somebody had told me at one point that there is a fund that that the cruise lines or that the crew or I guess they can choose to opt into or whatever. But there's a fund that they put a portion of all of the gratuities into, and then they use that fund to help crew buy plane tickets back home at the end of their contracts and different, if they had an emergency or something like that or whatever. But again, I don't know what the percentages are or, how. I don't know the real particulars of it. I just know that there is a fund like that on most ships. So,
yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's good info then. Thank you, Scott. Wow, it's nice to know. And they do their thing, and there's always somebody keeping an eye on what they're doing. So it's rough. It's like me being at work. I have a supervisor. Somebody keeping an eye on me. And if I don't do what I'm supposed to be doing, they're gonna come to me. So I know, even though they're enjoy what they're doing, I know they have to enjoy it, because otherwise, why would they be there? And also, they like to give a good service, so you could enjoy your cruise. But at the same time, it's nice to talk to them too.
I was also shocked to find out. Now, I found this out like a long time ago, and believe it or not, um, my wife mentioned it today to this crew member we were speaking to, and she said, "Yeah," she said, "it still happens, and it actually happens a lot." There is, I don't know what the percentages are. I don't know what the numbers are, and whatever. But I just know that there is a undisclosed number of crew who sign on from wherever their country is to specifically jump ship when they're in a U.S. port.
Oh, okay.
And I was actually shocked to find that out. And they actually, I guess the crew call it running away from the ship, right? Like that's their term for referring to it. So like there's actually an undisclosed percentage of crew who go to the recruitment meetings in their home countries. They go through the whole thing to get to the ship, and I don't know to what degree of their contract they work or whatever, but then at some point in time before their contract's up and they go home, they just wait till the ship comes to some US port and then they just run away from it.
Oh.
And again, like that's just some kind of random piece of information that you may or may not know that I just kind of learned. I mean, I don't know what the relevance of it was other than me to just say, "Hey, did you know that I had no idea?" And all the cruises that I'd ever done up to that point, I guess I just some concept I never thought of myself. I just never thought to myself, wow, there's actually crew who are doing this specifically so that they can, find a way into the U.S. Now, the crew member we were talking to today, she said to me she never understands it, like on this ship when they do it. She said because like now she was like, these people are usually from warm countries. She's like, and they're running away into like New Jersey in January, right? She's like, why would you run away when it's cold outside? You have no experience living in the cold or whatever. But anyway, so that's just like
you don't know what's going on in their country and stuff
exactly
like that. But,
right.
I mean,
I'm just saying like that's I have a saying sometimes. I always say that useless. I say useless blank gets stuck in my brain, right? That's like a piece of useless information stuck in my brain. Kind of like I don't know what I don't know why that is in my brain, but it's interesting. Like I just never had thought about it. Like I just thought those people come, they do their content. I guess most of them do, but I guess I just never realized that there is some undisclosed percentage of crew that just abandon ship. So
yeah. I know there's a lot that some ports are not allowed to get off the ship because they got to do stuff on the ship all day.
Yeah.
I wonder if they do it. I wonder if that's some of the deciding factors on who stays on the ship during the day, who doesn't. As far as like if you're a new person, like okay, you can't get off the ship for the first 10 ports or whatever,
right,
or the first 10 cruises or whatever, just to see how they act and everything.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, like I never really kind of like dove into questioning anybody about it or whatever, but and I actually had forgotten about it, and then like I said, this crew member we talked to today, she brought it up or whatever, and I was just like, wow. I was like, oh yeah, I was like, I remember that was happening. I was like, that's still happening. She's like, oh yeah, it happens all the time. So I was like, wow.
Orange Cone blog here says stateroom attendants receive approximately 25% of cruise gratuities paid by guests. Dining room staff receives 43%, and the remaining 32% is split between other hotel services, which is the laundry, garbage, the cleaning crew, or whoever. Because I know the guys doing the laundry, the sheets and all that, they heard in one blog that I saw the other day that they get paid very minimum an hour to be out there, down there through all that heat and all that stuff. So hopefully, this is helping because you gotta make some money. That's what they're getting out of their country, so they could make a living for their family. So, I mean,
Hmm.
we don't go through that bad of a situation like a lot of other countries that they're going through. It's a lot
It's
of
extraordinary that it's extraordinary. I mean, I think about it all the time, and I mean, I think even me saying it's extraordinary somehow underscores the whole experience and the commitment and everything else for them to just literally leave their families, leave everything they've ever known, and go halfway around the world or whatever to get on ships and then just serve complete strangers and stuff, and with a smile every day, right?
Mhm.
Like, it is just so amazing. I honestly don't believe that I could do it.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
tough job. Someone has to do it, so they're willing to take care of it, and do it. So I know if we have some of these cruise ships, they had a American way of doing things here, even though they have to pay taxes and all that. That's why they go to other countries so they could under do the things and make more of a profit. But if they were here in the States, they will definitely have to pay for insurance and all that good stuff and pay a reasonable amount to each
Hmm.
employee. So that's why you see that they are uh, logging the Bahamas, Nassau, or
Hmm.
Panama, or some other country, so they could bring all this crew from, because these people are going to jump at the opportunity because there's no jobs in
Right.
the country. That's why they're doing what they're doing.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
But at the same time, they're human beings, just like us. So we have to respect that too. I seen people where they come in and start screaming and stuff like, yo, don't do that. It's not called for. And who are you to scream at this person? You're not because you're getting service that you don't want. That doesn't give you the right to scream or be yelling at some other people. That's why sometimes tourists and people cruisers get in trouble because they get out of hand. They don't, like you said, they don't see this person as a person. They see him as oh, you're here to serve me. They're
Yeah.
not. They're here to make sure that
People
you're
feel
No,
entitled.
they're not. I literally I see it sometimes. I think to myself, wow. I mean, like, they, I mean, they go about their business, they do their job or whatever. But I just think to myself, like, I see people all the time just like literally not even fathom that those people are there and they're standing there and they're doing things. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like,
yeah,
your vacation is your vacation, and you vacation however you want to vacation, right? And I've certainly, I mean, I've seen people obviously be rude or be, like specifically targeting, directly at a crew member, maybe a bit harsh about something or whatever. I don't see it very often, but I mean, it does happen.
yeah,
But I think just kind of like just the ambivalence to the fact that there are thousands of people on this ship making everything that you're just taking for granted happen the way it is.
yes,
If you could just take a moment to look at one of them and smile or say thank you or whatever, I just know it makes their day. I've seen it make their day.
yeah,
Well, a lot of people don't realize
And I
that
mean,
the crew members, they have other jobs to do other than just like say your dining staff. A lot of times they have to do breakfast and lunch at the Windjammer or wherever.
right,
So it's not like they're only
right,
doing like 4 hours worth of work a day. They're working all day long.
12 hours a
So
day,
they're doing a lot
exactly.
more than just an 8 hour shift every day.
and it's
Yes, tons of times I have been in the buffet, and I'll see my waiter from the dining room or something like that. So all the time. Yep, for sure.
yeah, definitely. I learned that on Escape. We went to Moderno, and the waitress we had that night. The next day, we're up in Garden Cafe, and she's up there in a different uniform. Like I see her, and I go like, "Wait a minute, wasn't I just
Yeah.
talking to you last night?" She's like, "Yep."
Yeah, we've talked to ours, and a lot of time the head waiter stay in the dining room for lunch and breakfast, and the assistant waiter has to do like the Windjammer during
Right.
breakfast and lunch.
Yeah, so one time, so I think when I was on Coco Cay on the Harmony at the end of October this past year, I went to if you've ever been there, there's on the far side of the island, there's a small, they call it, I think, the snack shop or whatever. They've got
Yeah.
like funnel cakes and chicken
Where the
sandwiches and
funnel
stuff there,
cake
right?
and mozzarella
Yeah,
sticks
so
and-
like I walked up the window to like get like a funnel cake or something like that, and the guy who turned around to take my order was my waiter, and I looked at him for a moment. I was like, "Oh, hey," and he was like, "Hi, Mr. Scott, how are you?" And I was like, "I'm great," and so then, yeah, I mean, like sometimes I don't recognize them because they're in like a different environment or different uniform or something like that or whatever. Most of the time I do, but yeah, so it's like they're working there all day, and then there he was in the dining room when I was back on the ship going to the dining room. There he was back on the ship in the dining room ready to serve again. So
yeah. Hey, Coco Cay, have you heard that? I was told by the one bartender that they're building a hotel on Coco Cay. Have you heard that?
Oh,
okay, so this I've heard that. I'm not 100% sure that it's not just rumor. The one thing I do know that's being built on Coco Cay is they're building out on the far end of it. They are building a more kind of like Cocoa Beach Club is kind of like an exclusive private place. You pay extra for it or whatever, and it's where the overwater cabanas are. But you don't, you can either get into the Cocoa Beach Club or you can, get the overwater cabana. But they're going to build kind of a more private pay to get in more, and it's going to be an adults only area out on the far end of Coco Cay. And I believe it's set to open up in like 25 or something. I'm not 100% sure, but
Now, are you saying the far backside? Because this is what I'm saying is if you're sitting at the dock in Coco Cay, off to the right hand side is where they're saying that they're is what they're saying.
Yeah, so it's out. So it's out. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Do you know where the air balloon is on Coco Cay?
Yes.
Yeah. So where that balloon is, from there on out, has just been a construction site where they've kept all of the equipment and everything else for all of the upgrades they've done to the island. So I believe it's going to be in that area.
I got you.
Because it's really the only area left of the island where they haven't done anything.
Yeah.
I've never been to Coco Cay, so I have no idea what you guys talking about.
I've been
Eventually, one of these
at
days.
this point. I was on one of the. It may have been the first one on Symphony of the Seas in 2019 when they opened it back up to the new one.
I was actually on Coco Cay when there was a construction wall all the way, like literally just a couple feet back from the beach perimeter of the island, and so there was like this narrow strip that you could kind of move all the way around a little bit from to where the old beaches were. And so I mean, beaches are still there, but like where the old areas were, there was a big construction wall, and the entire interior of the island was off limits. You couldn't get in there or anything like that. It was a little disappointing because you couldn't really go anywhere or do anything on the island other than just straight to the beach, and that was it. So, and then the next time I was there, it was all open. It was all open, and all the new stuff was there and everything. So,
I'd kind of like to see a picture of the old island. I mean, I'm sure I can find it on the internet. It just
oh yeah, I'm positive.
See what the difference is because they said it's such a massive difference in what it was.
Yeah, now I'd say my favorite private island. The two favorite private islands are probably Half Moon and Ocean Cay, MSC's private island. I like Coco Cay. I love it a lot, but it's definitely not high up on my list just because of all the stuff that they've done to it now. I don't know. It feels like I feel like they've kind of cheapened the private island experience a little bit.
And now that you guys talking about these islands, are they handicap accessible? Are they fine to?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can tell you on Coco Cay, Royal Caribbean's island, they actually have these special wheelchairs with these big these big tires on them that will roll in the sand, like they'll glide right across the sand, like with no problems. And they have those available. So even if you're in like a regular wheelchair or whatever, when you get to the island, they'll switch you out onto that bigger wheelchair so you can go all over the island without any problems. And of course, they have transportation as well. They have a tram that runs all the way around the island and stuff too.
All right. And Lo Jones here says in the chat, Royal was saying something about an adults only nude beach.
Well, I don't know about nude. But the adults only is the thing that I was talking about. It's going to be a pay area. You have to pay to get into it, but it's going to be adults only.
Yeah. Orange Cone says we were told by the captain on our last cruise the new area in Coco Cay will be an adult only area that will be an extension of the adult area on the Icon class ships. No upcharge for the area. So,
okay.
Yes, that's gonna be the deal then. Hello, Anyfin. Thank you for stopping in. And then Orange also says he said it will be open mid 2024. So sometime next year.
So I won't get to
I knew they were building it. Another thing that Royal is doing too is if you've ever been to Nassau, obviously a lot of people have been to Nassau, and if you're on the ships in Nassau and you look like where Paradise Island is, I'm surprised how many people don't realize that it's two separate islands. It's New Providence Island and Paradise Island. So Paradise Island is the smaller island where Atlantis is, and where the ships all dock is kind of like the end of Paradise Island, and it's real thin. It's like the real thin strip of, and it goes out to where the lighthouse is, which is where you come into Nassau Harbor. So Royal Caribbean is developing a space on that strip of land out near the where the ships are, specifically to be like a beach day. So it's going to be like a beach kind of thing, kind of like a private island experience. But it's going to be there on that area. No idea if it's going to be an upcharge or just available to anybody, just a place you can go when you get to Nassau or whatever. But they're definitely developing it there. I've seen the plans for it. I've seen the artist renderings of it and stuff like that. So they had sent out an email last year about it to travel partners and stuff like that. So no idea, like I said, no idea when it's going to happen or whatever, but they definitely want to develop that there. And I think it'll be a new reason for people to get off the ship in Nassau, because a lot of people stay on the ship in Nassau.
Yeah, yes. I'm not too much on Nassau. Now I have missed out on the I finally found out that there's a pirate museum or something in Nassau. So that kind of
there is.
Me. So I think I might do that the next time I go there.
It's not far from the, it's only like it's all the way down at the end, right? Like where Senor Frogs is. Like, so if you go all the way down to the end there where Senor Frogs is and then go up 2 blocks, that's where it is.
Okay.
Orange says also he's RCCL stockholder and hear a lot about the plans within Royal Caribbean. Good to know.
I'm a stockholder. I don't hear any plans. I guess I'm not looking.
Or you're just you're involved in other stuff than
the thing that I'm really looking forward to is Carnival is developing a private area or whatever on Grand Bahama Island, right? It's going to be called like Great Bay or Grand Bay or something like that or whatever. The ships are going to dock right at it. There's also going to be additional, like if you're going to do excursions and stuff like that require a boat or something like that, they're going to come right there and stuff like that. It's going to be about 6 miles from the commercial, if you've ever been to if you've ever been to Freeport, it's not exactly the greatest port or whatever, but it's definitely going to breathe new life into that. There's going to be more ships going there, obviously. So it's just going to be a completely new experience, and I'm really looking forward to it. I attended like a virtual event that they held, and there was, all the Bahamian government officials were there and stuff like that. And something else that you might not know, in the Bahamas, whenever anybody does anything, the Bahamas has a Christian council, which is made up of church leaders across all of their main population centers. And they are kind of like an official, unofficial part of the governmental process in the Bahamas. And whenever they do anything major there, that church council, that Christian council, has to be consulted and sign off on it before anything can happen. So, of course, they signed off on it, stuff like that, too. It was really interesting.
Nice.
It's supposed to hold 2 XL class ships at the same time, isn't it?
Yeah, at the same time. Yep, absolutely. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I think they're gonna, there's gonna be local shops and stuff like that too. There's always local shops when you go to a port in the Bahamas, but
Yeah.
TNT, have a good day, and thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. So, stay out of trouble. Trouble Live, how you guys doing? Hey guys, catching you live for the first time. Looking forward to meeting you in a few days. Yes, me and Mike will be on the blog.
I'll be there as well.
So we'll be hanging out and see what's up. How this is gonna go, who knows? It's gonna be Vegas style kind of fun.
I want to try to meet as many people as I can. But
Oh, definitely. I mean, I got a bunch of pins that I'm bringing with me, a bunch of cars, and I want to take selfies with everybody and just go crazy, do as much as possible. Last time I was in the Bahamas was before the pandemic in 2020. That's when they were talking about the construction that is going on there in the port. So I seen pictures of what's going on lately. I haven't seen it yet. And last time we were there, I haven't been in the Bahamas in like maybe 15 years before that. So that's why I went in. If I would have been there a few times, I probably would have stayed in the ship. But next time that I go now, maybe next year or the following, I'll definitely go into the port because I haven't been there since the construction, it's been going on. So I want to see how it developed and all the new changes that they're doing. So, and see what's around, hopefully. See.
Oh, a lot of changes in Nassau, of course, with the whole port and everything. There's all new docks and stuff like that. Now, last time I was there, they didn't have the sunshades up over the new piers and stuff like that. But when I saw when Jeremy and Cheryl from JNS Adventures went there last time, they did have those up. So it'll be something I see next time I go there or whatever. Of course, they're building a new port building and stuff like that. And then right just a block or two from there, they're building, the government is building a whole new big government building there and stuff like that. So there's still a lot of construction going on in there, stuff like that, but big changes for Nassau for sure.
Yeah.
Finally, it's really nice. We did made it to Paradise Island. We went into the casino, hang around, play some games, went in the back and saw the those big wheel things that they use on the water back there. We enjoyed the afternoon, came back, had a pina colada and then some ice cream, hopped back in the little small boat, went back to the other island, and then walked straight to the back to the ship. So we made it like a morning, afternoon kind of day. And then by 3:00 in the afternoon, we're back in the ship. So, I just like to go do a small business and stuff like that. My body doesn't take as much like I used to before. So it has to be careful. Like when we made it to San Juan, I mean, my body I was not used to that, the humidity and the change of the weather. It kind of got me all messed up. But after we were there about an hour, then I felt comfortable, even though I was born and grew up in Puerto Rico. Then when I was 14, I moved to Miami. So it was different for me to show up that day. And then sometime we made it in San Juan at like 4:00 in the afternoon. So it was not as sunny or hot, but the humidity really got to me. So I kept telling my wife, once we leave on this cruise on Sunday, once we get to warmer weather, we might experience that again. So let's just be ready and prepared for it, I tell her I'm bringing shorts and shirts. Most of that's what I'm planning to be on most of the trip, unless we're go dinner at nighttime, then I'll wear my slacks or long pants. But other than that, you're gonna see me in shorts because it's very comfortable for me. It helps me walk better, and having the walker, it's more flexible. So I see some sexy legs, I'm bringing them.
I still got to get my specialty dining straight because I was going to go with Julie and them to the Japanese steakhouse, but they didn't give me an answer as far as what day they were going. But I think it'll be easy for me to just slip in one of these times. I just want to
Yeah,
see
when,
what everybody's doing.
when you get in the ship, just go ahead and look at reservations to see what's going on.
Yeah, I want to get down to New Orleans and see what everybody's doing and see if I can get with some people that I know.
Saturday we're gonna be in a big group.
Oh,
with
yeah.
other creators also. So get ready for that mess.
I'm trying to think how many people it's going to end up being because I counted 12 just just taking a guess
Yeah.
in my head that I counted 12, but I don't know who else was going. So I know it's
Well, she said that
you and your wife.
Amanda said that the table is for 24 people, up to 24.
Okay.
So hopefully, we'll do. I know we're gonna be 5 in my car. You and Chris, not Mike and his wife. So it's 5 of us. Then Amanda and Josh. Of course, Josh counts for 2. Being 6'5", whatever. That's all he is. Chewbacca. Huddle Adventure is gonna be there also. That's 2 more. Howie Cruz.
I think Blaine's going too. I forgot about him too.
And Mallory also. So yeah, it's gonna be a nice set of crazy bunch of knuckleheads getting together and filming. We're gonna be filming each other. It's just gonna be, oh my Lord,
just cameras looking at cameras.
Yeah. Yeah, like I've been looking forward to all of these because I really want, like we had talked about this earlier, like everyone, there's going to be all these vloggers on the same cruise and stuff, but it's going to be different perspectives, and I can't wait to see everybody's different perspective on the cruises. So definitely a lot of watching YouTube videos over the next couple of weeks.
Oh my Lord,
mine's the D- version.
Mine's gonna be the PG version.
Yeah.
And I know Alice will keep me track. My wife will be like, she's my supervisor, my director, and all that good stuff. She won't do the editing. I'm gonna get stuck there. Oh, that's another thing. I've been using InShot in my phone. Now, once I'm home, I'm gonna be using the laptop with Filmora. So
Mm-hmm.
I gotta learn.
Yeah, I use Filmora as well. So
I downloaded that the other day from my tablet. I'm gonna start trying to mess with that because my iMovie was is messing up. It's been glitching on the transitions and stuff, and it won't fix it. And sometimes I'm having issues with it trying to upload.
I couldn't imagine editing on anything other than a computer. Like I just couldn't imagine it. So
I was doing my iPhone on my Mac. I mean iMovie on Mac.
Right.
But I could do it on my phone as well. So it was kind of easy because it's using the same software on both.
Yeah.
And
right.
I kind of got used to it, but I just want to try to get away from it, see if I can get something else that's more reliable.
Yeah. Like so I've been using Filmora for the last couple, like basically since I started my channel. I really like it a lot. They've done some updates and stuff to it, that it's pretty nice, and it was reasonably priced as well. Like it didn't like Adobe Premiere is just way too expensive, but I mean it's a really great piece of software, but it's way too expensive. But I think Filmora is plenty powerful, has lots of stuff. Now the only problem I've had with Filmora is Filmora gives you a lot of like add-ons like audio and different effects and stuff like that. And I've had a couple of copyright claims filed against me on some of the audio from Filmora.
I'm getting the same thing through iMovie.
Yeah, so I've had a couple of those filed against me, and my response is the same every time to YouTube. I say, listen, this audio clip was available to me under my Filmora license, and I submit that, and every single time I get an email saying, congratulations, so-and-so who filed this claim against you has withdrawn it, because they send that response to them. So yeah. I don't know if these audio producers are forgetting that they licensed their content to Filmora or to Wondershare, and that as a result we buy a license to that, we have that available to us. But I have won every single one, and I've been able to continue to monetize those videos. So
I've won all but this last one that I did, because I did the same thing. I said, hey, if this is free, if it's not free, then it shouldn't be listed on this site as being free to use music. So
Yeah.
it needs to
Right.
be removed off iMovie. And
Right.
they came back on this last one and says no, the creator has still expressed that it is a copyright claim, and you've lost the case on it. So I just deleted it off the video.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
replace it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think you can replace it really easily. Yeah.
That's what I do on my InShot app that I use, that I'm using for now. I was surprised when I started seeing copyright claim. I'm like, what is this? And I look into it. I went into the manage a video section of YouTube, and it's telling me that the music or whatever. I'm like, wait a minute, but it's added on the app as usable, and like I don't want to go through this. So even though I'm not monetized and it's going to be a while before that happens, I want to take care of this now. So I went ahead and replaced every single one of them. I had like maybe 9 different songs and different videos, especially during the Christmas season, the videos that I did during Christmas. And I just went ahead and replaced it with music from YouTube, from their library.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
like Disney
that- and-
stuff. I
and-
just leave it, and then that's just stuff that it'll draw people in to see the stuff, and then hopefully they'll watch my stuff, and I'll get stuff off that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just went ahead and got rid of that. I said, no, I'm not gonna go through all this. Mr. Tranquilo, how you doing? This guy's in Turkey. How you doing? Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Yes, we all doing good. The best one right now is Scott. He's out on the ocean, hanging out with the fishes over there. So he's doing better than everybody here. So
It's looking pretty gnarly out there right now, though. So
oh my, we'll see. That's we're gonna see on Sunday, because apparently it's gonna be 50, 60 weather and rain. So we'll see how bad it is. Even though we're living on the Mississippi first, and then hit open water. So definitely on Monday should be the day that we get to see all that water out there. So we'll see what happens. Well, guys.
yeah, the forecast for all my stops seems to be really nice. We're going to Puerto Rico, Antigua, St. Lucia, St. Kitts, and St. Martin, and the weather all seems to be pretty nice and and pretty reasonable. So once we get there, it'll be good. And then I expect probably a lot of this same when we get back closer, like when we get above the Carolinas, heading back at the end of the cruise. I expect it to be pretty nasty as well. But
I enjoy St. Kitts. If you get a chance to do a tour or whatever, the island has a lot of interesting things about it, because the government plants like fruit trees and stuff around there, so that the people in the country can have something to eat and not have to pay for it.
Yeah. I've been to St. Kitts before, and I've done the whole thing. And I went to, I think, was it like Alexander Hamilton had a plantation there or something like that. I've been there and everything else and stuff like that. So it's absolutely beautiful. Really is.
Nice. Orange cone. With ASCAP, I pay a flat fee annually, and my fee is based on my events and use. Typical license runs around $5,000. Wow. Holy mama. And then he also said, I send my license agreement to YouTube, etc. annually, and I'm good. So he's covered when it comes to that. So that's a good deal. Travel Life, doing great, getting everything ready for the cruise Sunday. Yes, let's get ready for that thing. It's coming. A few more days, and we'll be in New Orleans and see what the deal is. So
Yeah, I'm all packed. I just got to throw my CPAP machine in there first thing tomorrow morning, and my son's driving me to the airport. We're gonna have to leave here about 3:30 in the morning.
ouch. Yeah, you got to be at the airport early.
Yep.
BWI.
Yep.
Okay, then you're coming to
About an hour and 10 minutes from my house.
Yeah, it's about an hour. I live just outside of Harrisburg, so
I'm in Southern Maryland. Near
Gotcha.
if you've ever heard of Solomon's Island.
I took
actually I haven't.
once to Harrisburg from New York City for work.
Yeah, so I live just outside of Harrisburg. So my main airports are BWI and DCA. I fly out of a lot. So but it's just straight shot down 83 for me.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's not a bad deal. Well, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to be here with me and spending some time here chatting about all this good stuff.
I've enjoyed it. I've had a great time. I hope you guys have a great cruise. So
Thank you.
I hope
You
so.
too.
You're gonna, don't worry,
Thank
you're
you.
gonna hear all about it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
But I'm gonna be quiet this whole week unless I happen to be in somebody's live. Then I show
Yeah.
my face. Other than that, I'm gonna try to enjoy as much as I can.
Right.
Mike, I will see you Saturday afternoon, eventually sometime. And Scott, thank you again for taking time out of your business.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
And I appreciate you guys stopping by. Everybody else, thank you very much. Thank you for making me feel honored today, being my 1 year and staying out of trouble. I hope, and see what happens. Everybody, enjoy the weekend. Have a blessed day, and stay out of trouble. So until next time,
Bye.
see y'all later.